So hopefully we'll use this. Yeah, it's charged. Happy days. So I'll use this to talk, only because I cannot keep using my phone or messaging while dogfighting, because I don't think I'll be able to respond as quick. At least we're on a small version of Spain. Yep, small map of Spain. So hopefully we do just as good. It doesn't look too good because we have got 29s, so I think it's probably the MiG 29's 11.7, I think. Or it might be 12.0. I'm not too sure. It is, because some idiot yesterday put it on charge, but didn't plug the cable into the PlayStation, so I may have had it on quote unquote charge for, well, nothing. I basically essentially plugged the stupid thing in, obviously plugged the headset into my cable and then didn't plug the cable into a power source. So do with that what you may. Yeah, playing War Thunder in general is a pain, to be quite honest. However, it's best advice I have is just play for the fun, just play for the games. Don't really worry about how much research you get in each match. Don't try and dial it down into a fine art, because that's when you sort of lose interest in the game and whatnot. It stops becoming fun. That's going to be. Come on. It's got him, hopefully. He's gone. Let's go for the German tornado next. Oh, he's dumping flares. Oh, I've G-locked. That's not going to be good. I really can't dump flares. I really want to read your comment, but I can't read it right now. I have to check my phone in a sec. There we go. Come on, Sky Flash, do your thing. That's the main 9, you idiots. Jeez Louise, we'll pretend I didn't do that, okay? Right, let's try and scoot in on this J88, which I think is a J88 a Chinese MiG-23. Yeah, exactly. Play for the fun. I mean, as I said before, like, if you always focus on the grind, you're just going to burn out very, very quickly. And I've only got 12 minutes of fuel. Better make this count. Really. There he is. Come on. Guessing he's probably, let me change, there we go, I might be able to pick him up hopefully. I mean, to be fair, oh shit, that's the main runway. Sorry, one sec. Let me just, no, do that. There we go. Right, so let me see your comment quick. So I just have to turn out of that main base. Honestly, I would say best way to grind Silver Lions is to take like a plane, for example, that you are quite fond of and that you enjoy playing with, and just constantly use that. Particularly one that you do quite good in matches with, that does help. And yeah, no. Honestly, I would generally say play any game mode. I better RTV. I've only got 9 minutes of fuel left. Oops. I mean, you could, but it depends how proficient you are. Like, if you're not, yeah, if you're not very proficient in naval, probably not the best solution. Sorry, one sec. I think I put, oh no, it's chocolate, lovely. 1 second. Right, there we go. Sorry, I may have had a chocolate crumb in my controller. I would say pick a game mode, whether it be naval, or air, or ground. It doesn't have to be arcade, it could be realistic or sim, you know, whatever. Whether that is true, there is less stress. And then just sort of take a vehicle out that you're pretty good in, and then just play each match and just try and stick with what you're good at and what you know and what you do, and you'll, there he is. Come here, little J88. I've got a sky flash with your name on it. Come on, radar, pick him up. Just it. Don't want to overshoot. You have got to be kidding me. I mean, that works. I mean... I mean... I mean, I'll take it. I mean, a kill's a kill. I mean, that was only one bullet from a 20mm Gatling gun that hit him, but fair enough, I'll take it. Yeah, I may have had the microphone off. I honestly thought you had a starfish as a profile picture, I won't lie. I didn't think it was a polar bear skin. As I was saying about silver lions and stuff, if you stick to, I mean, I did this, I stuck to a low tier. Yeah, I may have had my mic on mute, but I was eating some crisps. We won't talk about that. Yeah, so if you stick to like a lower tier vehicle, it will minimise your silver lion loss. Because if you go out, for example, like mine, I think my max research and my max repair bill is, yeah, 11, basically 12,000 silver lions. If I go out and I choke this, I've got minus 12,000 silver lions to come my way. Right, let's go for this MiG-29. Oh, never mind. Oh. Sorry, where was I? Yes, so... Oh, come on, people, give me a kill. I'll still hit anyway. Fair. Yeah, so... Ideally you want to minimise... I don't care. I've got a crit, I'm happy with that. Where was I? Yeah, so it's all about really to gain silver lions or get, if you want to like print silver lions, your best bet is to just pick, hang on, I'll show you how. So bearing in mind I have a premium account because I bought a premium account when it was on sale. Obviously I got that crit and it means I've only got a minus 3,246 silver lion cost. But obviously if I didn't, it'd be the full whack. So I've realistically only made 10,000 silver lions if it was to keep it simple from the last match. Whereas obviously if you was to go to, let's go to the top of the Brits, if you was just take out, you know, I'll use this as an extreme example. So instead of paying 12,000 silver lions, you're only going to lose 343 silver lions, as opposed to the thousands. Obviously the gains and costs, it's, you know, swings and roundabouts and what have you, but you know, it is all doable. What's the time now? Oh, only 4:30. I was going to text my friend because I think, because he may want to play Helldivers 2 and I do not want, have I got two, is there 2 airfields here? Or just one? No, it's just the one, right. And it's like that, which means that's the big one. Am I right? Yep. So it's a good thing I put max fuel on. Oops. There we go. Yeah. So just try to keep up to a lower tier. And the last tip I have is, so when I wanted silver lions or lots of them, I actually didn't go into PvP mode, so like obviously arcade battles, realistic battles, or sim battles. And I can't actually play sim anyway, so there's no point me going there, but I ended up doing, you know, the arcade assault modes, the PvE mode. I ended up doing those for tank battles and for air battles, but mainly for tank, because you could get a lot more, I just found it was a lot more stable income of getting silver lions. Speaking of which, I actually haven't done my PvE mode yet, so I may hop into that at some point just to get the booster. what's the weirdest thing about American culture? I'll be honest. The strangest thing I honestly think of, I'll be honest, is this is obviously it's a really soft, it's a really difficult topic for a lot of people I know, but so for a bit of history, so obviously the main thing I get is it's quite startling to me how, particularly over on our side of things over here, it's just the gun control. I'm just really, it's not, it's weird, strong, weird, strange word to use, but it's just, obviously for England there was, I think it was during the 60s or 70s, there was a couple of mass shootings, and it was just kind of after those, it caused the British people to kind of go, actually, you know, we need to sort out our gun control, and it, you know, it's changed massively. Like, we very rarely have a mass shooting. There might be a stabbing here and there, but that's, again, that's very rare. And I just find it absolutely shocking how it's, I don't want to say frequent because it makes it sound like it's every day, but I guess it's the only word I can use. Is how, you know, how, alright, I'll use it, how frequent they are. And it just worries me that no one seems to be able to change things. That was a fair trade. That was a fair trade, but yeah, it just gets me a little bit, because I sort of think, at what point does the whole of like one country sort of say, actually, enough's enough? You know, I know there's a lot of, you know, there's probably a lot of people out there that have sort of said, you know, we need to do something about this, but I guess it just doesn't feel as largely, you know, it doesn't feel like there's a large call for change for it as opposed to other topics, shall we say. Don't know. Other than that, that's it really. I mean, obviously I know it's sort of a little bit different because obviously you've got also to take into account the size of each country, because obviously, you know, America's a lot bigger than the UK, so, you know, by saying, you know, so there's a lot more people, you know, there's a lot more people, you know, you guys have got a lot more governments than what, you know, my country has. When you think about it, because obviously you've got, actually no, I suppose you've got the same, I suppose. So obviously you've got state, you know, state senate, I suppose, state senators, if you want to call them that, or whatever they're called, like state politicians, that's what I was looking for. So you have state politicians, and then obviously for us you have, obviously you've got the MP, the PM, sorry, obviously the Prime Minister of the country. Yeah, I know. You know, it is scary when stuff like that happens. I mean, so it's something for you. So obviously this will tell you how old I am. So obviously I'm old enough to remember the 9/11 attacks. So I remember, I don't know, what would it have been? 2001. So that would have been, oh my lord, 23 years ago. So I would have been, no, that can't be right. 8, 9, maybe 11. You know, I can remember watching that on the news, you know, all unfold on the news about a plane accidentally crashed into the towers, and then live on the news you see the other one hit south, the one hit the north and the other one hit the south, I think, whichever way around it went. And obviously that's when they declared it as a terror attack, and I remember that quite vividly, and how scary it was to go on a plane shortly afterwards. But then, was it a year later, or X amount, a while later, we had the 7/7 bombing, so that was a bomb detonated in the London Underground. And one thing that stuck in my mind was, I had, because as a child we got tickets to go to like this event, that up in London, This was after the 7/7 bombings, and when we went, so myself and my mum went, we got on the tube. It was absolutely empty, so there was virtually no one on the tube, like no one was using it. I remember looking back at the back of the carriage. Now each London Underground carriage has got like a little door that you can use to go through, but no one used to use the doors. No one used to, pass through the carriages to go to the front and the back. In each carriage there was the armed police officer with an assault rifle standing there, just watching over everybody. I don't know, I guess seeing him there just sort of, one, reassures you, but two, it sort of worries you at the same time, because you sort of think, oh, this is real, this is actually happening, sort of thing. Oops. What happened there? Pressed. That was a bit strange. I pressed the carrier countermeasures and it didn't countermeasure. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. It does stick with you as a kid, 100%. I mean, that's the worst part. It's the fact that it's a prank, obviously. I think how much time has been wasted by police responding to that just to find out it's fake. It's awful. You think it's fine could be spent, dealing with something else that's a bit more serious than a prank. I mean, yeah, obviously, you say prank, obviously, because it's like a hoax, it's, at the time you thought, oh shit, it's real, and obviously, at the mind, the first thing that goes to your head is, it's real. The second one's first thought, regardless if it's a fake or not, and, out of all honesty, it's just awful. Just one of the things you don't want to have, ever experience, but people have experienced the real deal. It's like being in a war zone. Huh. Hello, welcome new viewer. Hope you enjoy the fact that I'm going to probably crash and burn in this match. If I do, I am so very sorry. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm literally just pinging the enemy aircraft, just so I can sort of work out where they might be coming from or how high they are. Plus, if I track them, might trick them into dropping countermeasures so they can waste some of their countermeasures, so we've got more chance of hitting them. No, it's too far away. Still too far. I mean, yeah, something like that. No, I knew that'd happen. So I pointed the radar to the ground. Probably too low now. Yep, too low. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a therapy session, it's more like causing us to go for therapy. Where is he? Oh. Where's the other one? There he is. I reckon they're probably... Have you not? Oh, currently I've got this set to... Whoop, yep, that's net 14, I thought that would be. That's right, I've got sky flashes enabled. So that won't be, he's dropping countermeasures already, I can just about make it out. That's got him. Bosh, that was MiG-29, wasn't far off. Oh. Never mind. Let's go. Come on, lock up, lock it, lock it, lock it. No, I'm not going to be able to do that. That's going to be way too... I'm going to go straight into the ground. Oh. Oh. I knew I was going to do that. The second I nose down. If I'm... yeah, can't go anywhere. Right. I don't particularly want to take out the F4J UK Phantom, so I'm going to sit here and talk. Pretty much. Just straight chilling. Yeah. To be fair, we was all having a good time until I just nosedived into the ground. We don't talk about that. I never talk about that. How far I'm away from the tornado? Does it say research? I need to purchase. What does it say? Purchase 2 more vehicles. So I need to purchase the Sea Harrier and the FG1 Phantom. Oh damn it! I thought I'd be able to come back. Preview. So, no worries. Thanks for stopping. Obviously, you're more welcome to come back at any time. I should be streaming tomorrow again if you fancy visiting. So I'd taking out the F4J UK. Just because we can. Might as well. I mean, obviously I don't just play War Thunder. I do game other games. If that's even a phrase. I can't believe that actually left my mouth. Yeah, I do play other games. I play. Hang on one sec. Let me get my keep armored targets. 20-minute fuel. Yeah, so I do play other games. I did play the PGA Tour 2K23, I think. I do like my golf, particularly in real life. Like, I do mean like real life golf as well. Hello, welcome. Just started. So I take it you're in like reserve tier, if I'm correct. If you're saying you're just starting. Only reason being is that I know of like some people have messaged me and said they've just started, and then they're in yeah, right, okay, right, that's handy. Honestly, I would say if you're in reserve, just take your time in each tier. So if you're in reserve tier right now, or I say reserve tier, tier 1, take your time to learn that tier bracket. So from biplanes to like the very end of tier 1. Sorry, I need to get my phone because I need to see the full comment. Hang on, one sec. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it does take time. Like, I mean, everyone will agree. Like, no one, regardless of how long you've played. So I've played for a lot of years. And I would honestly say the best thing you can do is just relax and take your time. Don't kind of rush straight into a game or rush straight in on a game. So see how these guys up ahead are just flying straight ahead, flying straight into the fight as quick as possible. It's kind of the worst thing you can do. The trick to kind of succeeding in any of the matches is just sort of learn the map layout. So what's going on where, who's doing what. Learn mainly your strengths and weaknesses and what your aircraft or what your vehicle can do. Particularly what it can do, what it can't do. Focus particularly on like a strength and a weakness. So if your aircraft, for example, obviously this Phantom here that I'm flying, the F4J UK, the premium Phantom in the British tech tree, it doesn't come with Rolls-Royce Spey engines, so it doesn't have a very good thrust to weight ratio compared to the British versions. Oh, sorry, one sec. One moment. I mean, I do intend to play with subscribers and viewers at some point. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and it's just... Sorry, one sec. Yeah, I mean, I will actually play with like new players and stuff, but I will probably have to do it off stream. There we go. Yeah, definitely. Whoops. Oh, got him. Nice. Hey, have that F-16. Yeah, so in because obviously War Thunder's crossplay, so it doesn't matter which console you play on, whether it be PC, Xbox, or obviously me, PS5. Everyone can play together. So yeah, so I'll do this as an example. So, excuse me. No, I will learn this at some point. No. Where is it? There we go. That's what I wanted. Right, so for example, so the Phantom I've got here is exactly the same as this one. So the main difference is, so I've got a Rolls-Royce, or two Rolls-Royce Spey 203 engines in the FGR2 Phantom, and then the F4J UK has the standard J79 General Electric GE10 engines. And the main difference between the two is the Rolls-Royce engines have better thrust, so you can actually accelerate quicker, so you're a lot more faster. You obviously will still reach the same top speed, except you'll reach it quicker. So if I'm flying this, I know if I was to fly at the same speed and level at, say for example, this one next to me, I would pull ahead. There's other things like other caveats and that sort of thing that you learn through playing the game. It'll be from like different weaponry, so machine guns, cannons, particularly to start off with in like reserve and tier 1. Yeah, so I suppose I probably shouldn't have started this match so quick. So what will happen is, I did go through it probably a couple of streams ago, but what I'll do is, because I've got yourself asking the question, I'm going to put it in this stream as well. So if you do need the advice, or if you can't remember exactly what I said or when I said it, because it is a lot to take in such a short space of time. Particularly when you're playing War Thunder, it's a lot of information overload. So when you go into a game, when you play a War Thunder match, so each tier is broken up into, I think it's 5 tiers now. So each tier is broken up into BR brackets, and if you're in a BR bracket, or for example, let's just say 10.0 to 11.7, that takes you from tier the start of tier 4 to the end of tier 4, and then if you get anything over 12.0 upwards, that's tier 5. War Thunder works it out as if to say, so anything, I think it's anything above, anything between, I think it's anything below 0.5. Yeah, obviously don't buy jets with real money. Yeah, if you've only just started, don't jump to top tier. Don't, honestly, it is a big stress for new players. Your best option is to, again, do exactly what you're doing, learn the game, take your time, and to research planes, or research them more efficiently, should I say. If you, for example, if you look at, I don't know if you've got the game open right now, if you look at the vehicle you've got researching, so the vehicle that you're building towards, shall we say. If you look at the card that it has, so it'll have like an information stat card. It should tell you on it. It should say something along the lines of oh, okay. Right, so when you load it in, I don't know if, just trying to think. So I'm probably going to die right now, but see that stat card? So I've got to be quick. What will happen is when you're researching an aircraft, a certain aircraft. Yeah, thank you very much. That does me a favour. At least now I can talk about what I mean. I didn't really want to be in that match anyway, to be fair. Right, so let me go back. Right, so see my Sea Harrier here. Let's do preview. So here we have my Sea Harrier. So this is what I'm researching currently. So I am approximately halfway-ish. Now, each of these tiers is, or each of these ranks is a separate bracket. So if you go up to, so you will face anything. Yep. So pretty much, but what you want to do, because it is a lot of information to grasp, but I'll try and keep it as basic as I can. So anything in this line, right? So if you, for example, are using the Fury, or the two Furies, the Mark 1 and Mark 2, you will research a Hurricane, one of these Hurricanes, you will actually research it a lot quicker. So if I go, hang on, right, so if I choose, I'm going to do this, so if I choose the Fury, I don't know if it'll work, because I've researched them, haven't I? Yep, that's my fault. Let me do this, I've got a better idea. Right. Oops. Hang on. Sorry guys, I'm having a bit of a smooth brain moment. Right. Okay. Right, so I've got the FGR2 Phantom right here. Okay. Now if I go to the Gripen right here, you notice how in my stat card for the Gripen, the South African Gripen, if you go all the way down to about halfway above efficient, you've got required RP 410,000. So that's how much I need to research to get the Gripen. If you look underneath, I've got efficient progress from, and then in yellow it's got Phantom FGR2 110%. Okay, so if I take out, oops, so if I take out this FGR2 Phantom right here, if I was researching the Gripen, I would actually get this a lot quicker, because with a premium booster, or the premium, sorry, that I've got, which is 100%, plus this aircraft that I'm currently using, which will boost the research, you'll actually research an aircraft quicker, because you're getting an extra stat booster on top of what you earn. So for example, if you earn, let's just say 100 research points. If you get 100 research points in one match with just with premium, or just with using the Phantom, just using that aircraft that's designed to research or boost the research of the next vehicle, you will get 200 research points as opposed to just 100. So you said, was you saying you was researching the Germans? No, that's not Germans, that's VB something. That's French, isn't it? Or is it no, that's the British one, isn't it? It's this, I think. That's gonna bug me. Let me have a look. B156 B1. Yeah, it's this one. So you're in the British tech tree, same as me. No, it's the British one. Yeah, you're in. Yeah, I knew I'd seen it somewhere. So you're in the Brits. So if you highlight it like this, when you're in the tech tree, it should have, or I would think it would have, it will tell you how you can boost the research. So we'll have like, I wonder if the Hamden's got it. Yeah, there you go. So from the Hamden, I've not researched it yet. So it's got efficient progress from Swordfish Mark 1, 110%. So I would get, by using just the Swordfish alone, so I'd get 300% research reward just by using the Swordfish to get the Hamden. And then essentially you do that for all of everything. So, you know, if you wanted to get, for example, the Sea Gladiator, you just use the Nimrod, or focus on mainly using the Nimrod to get the Gladiator, and vice versa. Obviously, you can use all of the other aircraft to get to a certain plane, but obviously, if you get, for example, okay, right, so to stop your gun away, so that is because, so, again, this is sort of piggyback on information overload. So, when you play arcade mode, okay, this is the best way you can do something like this. I'll show you. So, for my crew, so you go to crew, and all of these correlate to mainly your pilot. So the King Vision, FX, obviously the visual range. So if you're playing in realistic mode, it will increase the distance that you'll detect, you know, enemies, missiles, that sort of thing, the more you progress into the game. Each of these increases it by like an increment, so like 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3, 4, 5, etc., till it maxes out. Yeah, obviously you don't hold the fire button too long, duh. But no, I know where he's coming from, because when you start off very, very new, obviously none of these are orange, they're all, you know, grey. I believe it is weapon maintenance. Yeah, so in arcade battles, this one is extremely helpful to you, because it will stop the gun from jamming, or it will stop it being so frequent. Also try and learn short control bursts, that helps a lot. As well as that, when you do, yeah, so what the crew stat or the actual aircraft stats, like that. Also, when you're researching aircraft, when you research planes, also when you research planes or anything in general, when you go to mods, if you research, because you'll get a mod like this, which is like new 7mm MGs, also decreases the chance of a weapon failure, so it will decrease your chance of jamming the weaponry, so it'll stop your guns from jamming as much, so you won't actually jam as quickly. other than that, I think that's basically it, really. I would preferably say I would also say tailor your, so excuse me, also don't be afraid to learn or, pick, what was I going to say? Don't be afraid to pick a way of War Thunder. Honestly, my favourite jet. Ooh. Well, I mean, I can show you if you can get. Oh, you've got to try and guess. Okay, I'm gonna let you guess because I think it's quite obvious now. Other guy, I need to call you Tatooine then after Star Wars. You can't say it at all. Okay, I'm gonna give this lovely viewer a hint. He's got to try. He has to try and guess. I'm gonna say nothing right now. I want you to try and guess. One sec. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I'm not saying a word, not saying a word. I mean, you're close, but I did give you a very subtle hint just then by not saying a word. I showed you 3 nations, all with the same aircraft in. That was the big hint. My favourite aircraft is the F4 Phantom. Well, in fairness, my favourite jet is kind of a flip-flop. It's a flip-flop between this. Correctamundo, F4 Phantom, and let me change that, and this. The F4 Phantom and the Shahak or the Mirage 3, particularly this Israeli camouflage. What a lot of people have watched in stream is that this is quite my proficient aircraft that I've the Phantom or the Mirage. Phantom. So okay, let me know when you're heading off, and I'll give you a shout. So the Phantom, believe it or not, if I remember this rightly, I had started. So all of this British tech tree. Okay, so I got to. Where did I get to? I think I got to here, and I basically hit a bit of a slump because the BR just wasn't working for me. So I bought this when it was on the store. You can't actually get this anymore, sadly. But I bought the Wyvern and I used that and I ground all the way down to the Hunter F1. And then when I used the Hunter, I kept using the Hawk Hunter, and then I rushed. I don't know how I done it now. I think I then got. Yes, I did. So I'm trying to remember because honestly this happened so long ago. So when there was whispers of the Phantom coming into Great Britain as well, I ground all the way down this tree to get the Hunter. I ground the Hunter using the Wyvern, then got the Wyvern, the Hunter, sorry. And at the time, you didn't have these. You didn't have any of this. All you had up to was the Canberra, and I think it was the Attacker and up to the Meteors. Okay, catch you later. I'll see you hopefully next stream, which will be tomorrow. I'm not sure when. Maybe, I think by the time I get everything done. No, tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. Oh no, you'll be in it. Yeah, I'll follow you. Yeah, because tomorrow's Monday, isn't it? Yeah, we'll ignore that. Ignore the fact I was an absolute brain fart just then. Yeah, I'll catch you next weekend. Yeah, so obviously you didn't have any of these. So ground up to the Hunter, this one here, and then I just got ready for when the Phantom came out. And then I just ground it out using the Hunter, and then got the Phantom. I think it took me, I want to say a week, but I don't think it took me that long. I think it took me a couple of days. Because I literally, bear in mind this was like free to play, so I ground out, heavily to get the Phantom. But no, I did that, got the FGR2, and I also did the same with the F4C. I was doing a lot of grinding for the Americans because I wanted to get the B29. Hang on. Hold up. Oh, sorry, yeah. No, to be fair, you're not holding me up. To be fair, I find it easier to kind of describe what I'm talking about if I have the subject in front of me. Otherwise, my brain will I'll literally lose my trail of thought and I will not finish or answer the question. That's my main problem. Actually, I need to change my camouflage. I don't want that one, I want the medium one. Yeah, so... Yeah, I mean, Oh, it's just me to pick the New Zealand. Oh, no. No. This isn't the sort of match I wanted. Yeah, so... it all does take time. I mean, the grind... I mean, the reason why I've come back fairly recently is because I wanted to grind out the Israeli tech tree and finish it off. And luckily I have. I just need to finish spading the F-16 Barak 2 and the F-15. They're the last two aircraft I need to spade for that top tier lineup, and that's the whole aircraft line done. No, honestly, it's fine. I mean, to be fair, with all... yeah, it's fine. To be fair, I'll be honest, I sort of did the same as yourself. I literally popped into I can't remember the guy's name now, but I jumped into a guy's stream, and I think he was playing the Typhoon Mark 2A, I think. It was the one with cannons. And I just asked him a little question like, what's the best sort of tree to grind? But I'll be honest, I've played the American tree to top tier, I've played the British to top tier, and obviously now the Israelis to top tier. I even played a bit of the French, a little bit of the Chinese, but I've always found it just depends which aircraft you enjoy, and it also depends your playstyle, because the more you play, especially from reserve tier, you sort of learn your own playstyle. Well, I will try and be live all the time. I do try virtually every day. It depends the date and time, not the date, sorry, it depends the time. Just because of like my work commitments and things. It depends what time I get in and get sat down and whatnot. But I'm usually roughly on about 3 o'clock at the earliest. Yeah, I do try and help with like pointers and things, just because I know what it's like to be in your position, because I started from exactly that position when War Thunder first came out for PS4. As soon as it came out, I downloaded it and I literally ground my heart out on it. I remember playing, I used to play one of Gaijin's first games, which was IL-2 Sturmovik Birds of Prey, and I actually loved that game. He didn't stand a chance. But yeah, I mean, as you go through each tier, you will sort of learn spotted. Gotcha. Ouch. Yeah, I had that coming. Yeah, you won't do. Yeah, when you first start out, you won't have flares or missiles because you start off in War Thunder. You start off at the early stages of air combat. So you start off virtually at post World War One technology. So you'll have 303 machine guns. So you'll have 303 machine guns. Basically, like your base armament. That doesn't sound right, but yeah, as your base weaponry, and then the higher tiers you go up, the bigger weaponry you get. So tier 1 is basically your 303 machine guns. The Brits predominantly use mainly 303 for quite a lot of their aircraft for quite a long time, and you see up till I think it is so up to tier BR 4.7 basically you get aircraft that just about get 20mm cannon, and then as you go up further you get 20mm cannon quite often, and 50 caliber machine guns, particularly in tier 4, and then in tier 5 you get a mix of I think they get 30mm cannon or 20. No, they get 20mm cannon still. Still get that, and then yes, you get 20mm cannon, and then when you go up to tier 5, no, sorry, tier 6, sorry, that's when you get the 30mm cannons, and I believe rotary cannons as well. No, it's all 30mm cannon. So you get a much more bigger cannon weaponry to get bigger stopping power, but it's also to incorporate the fact that you've also got, you know, heavier armoured aircraft. And then obviously you get in tier 7 you get a 20mm Gal 8 machine gun cannon, sorry. Yeah, I mean, it does take a lot of hours. I mean, to give you an example, so it won't show me, damn. So I'll text my friend this because I'll talk to him about how long I've been playing this for. Also, how long I've been playing War Thunder. And I said to him, how long does he think, you know, I've been playing this for? And he looked at me and sort of said, oh, I don't know, maybe 100 hours, 150 hours. I said, yeah. Add another 100 on top of that. I didn't realise I've been playing it for nearly 300 hours, you know, not consecutively obviously, but continuously. I've been playing War Thunder on and off for about 300 hours. You know, that's how much time I put into this game. I mean, we won't talk about how much money I put into it either, but I've only put it into it because it's a game that I love playing. I've always come back to it every time. You know, I'll have like bouts where I stop playing it, but then I come back because I just enjoy it. It's just a game that I just, even though it's free, you know, I don't have to play it all the time, but even though it's free, it's just such a right, it's a bit rough around the edges, but it's quite, you know, it's quite a very popular game in my opinion. I mean, if you manage to jump on each stream that I'm playing, I will be playing the British Tree quite a lot, predominantly the Phantoms, just because I'm trying to max out then I'm trying to go for, yeah, honestly, if you get into it, if you play the first couple of games and you love it, then you're going to love the whole game in general. You'll have, I will say though, you will have days where it gets incredibly frustrating. You will feel times that you might feel burnt out, you might feel tired after playing it, but just as I said previously, just play it for fun. Just play it for what it is. Don't kind of, I would say, don't let the and I've left. Oh, I put the wrong amount of fuel on. I just realised. Son of a gun. Right, let's go back. That's the key thing, is fuel level as well. To see when my fuel's counting down from 16. So I've got 16 minutes of fuel, but that's not enough for this match because it's such a big map. But yeah, I mean, if you love it in the first aspect, then you're going to love it in general. Like, you will love it overall. As I said before, just take your time, learn each tier, just enjoy it for what it is. You know, yeah, that's it really. If you do want to look at boosting research as well, I think of it. So I actually did it for the Israeli tree, just for the sake, I wanted to kind of test this new sort of method out. So if you have, and actually to be fair, you'll actually see me do it when I get the Phantom FGR1, which is the Fleet Air Arm, or the naval version of the Phantom, or the Royal Navy version of the Phantom, sorry. If you're currently sitting in the hangar watching me play, or crash, which I'm going to crash in a minute, and that'll work. To be fair, that'll work. I just wanted to land so I can get some. I need to change my fuel. What was I saying? Yeah. So the key for yeah, trust me, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to you, because I'll take you into top tier and you get absolutely donked on by the friendly team, believe it or not. Because I've seen it before where people are, like, people have come into top tier with, let's change the fuel. I mean, a good way to grind out the early tiers is to, so obviously a full tank there, that basically means how much fuel you have, but also the heavier the aircraft is. So if you're more heavy, you've got more chance of, one, ripping the wings off, mainly in realistic, and also you won't turn as tighter. So it's kind of a trade-off sort of thing. So particularly in early stage props, you don't burn fuel that quickly. In modern jets, you burn through it like it's going out of fashion. Like, you'll watch me burn through this fuel so quickly. Like, I've only got half an hour, but I guarantee after a couple of engagements we'll be down to about 10 minutes or thereabouts. But yeah, I mean, it is all a learning curve. Each nation does have, oh, that was it, that's remember now. So when you research, if you look at the aircraft you're currently using, if you click on modifications, yeah, hang on. To be honest, it's sort of a mix. For me, it's a mix of both. So I'll look after myself also, because you see a lot of the time I'm doing this, so I'm looking behind myself, because I'm looking to make sure no one's coming up behind me, or there's a missile coming behind me, so I can act. I tend to always look out for myself and for my team. I also focus on playing the objective. So if there's, for example, a plane that we can't find or what have you, I tend to just sort of start, because if you attack ground targets and bases, if you attack bases in early stage tier games and destroy them and the airfield, you win the match. And it's the same for ground targets. If you attack ground targets. Ooh, it's an F-15 somewhere. Where'd that come from? Right. Oh, gotcha. There he is. No, that's a MiG-21. There he is, right there. So, when you research for an aircraft, there's two. Oops. That tracks. Damn it. Right, so to be fair, there's no way I was going to go up against F-15, although I think I have hit one before with my cannons. Anyway, right, I'll show you while I'm actually in the hangar. So, for example, I'm going to be researching the Tornado F3, and when I eventually get to researching it, this is the aircraft that we will be researching and spading, because I'm preparing the British tree for the Eurofighter Typhoon, which should come somewhere just after the Tornado. If not, I will also be researching the Gripen here. But when we unlock this is the method I'll be using, and this is a method that you can also use yourself to help grind out aircraft. So if you go, I'm going to go to, where is it? If I go to modifications, so you've got all the different modifications that when you're using the aircraft, you get kills, you destroy ground targets or bases. Your aircraft will accumulate research, and you'll start, think of it like this tree is the same as this, but on a smaller scale. So you can choose any of these top four, sorry, for example, maybe top 3 or top 2 to start researching. Now, when you research all of these top tier, because there's setting tiers, you've got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. If you research all of these mods, you get what's called a tier bonus, and you'll get, you know, I would receive 12,000 research points. However, that is not for the Phantom. No, that 12,000 research points will go on any aircraft I've selected to research. So if I, for example, I'm researching the Tornado F3, which I've got here, I would get 12,000 research points knocked off of the 400,000. So while I'm accumulating research with the aircraft itself, it would research a lot quicker. So if I was to use the Lightning, for example, which I haven't actually bought, by the way, I've just got it just sitting here collecting dust. I'm not actually I've researched it, but I've not bought it or modified it yet. If I was to research all of these, I would get a total of 141. No, hang on, 9. Oh, right, 5.5, 6, 12, 11. Let's just say 30. We get 40,000 to go on to the Tornado. So I'm just gonna. Oops. Forgot what I'm doing. Test fly. I just want to see, because what BR is that in? 9.3, same as the. Oh, crud. Sorry, one sec. I'm fat fingering this. Right. I just want to see if this Lightning has. I don't think it has, but it might have RWR. No, it doesn't. Joy. Right, sorry. Right, so yeah. So when you're researching aircraft or when you're flying aircraft, when you are researching aircraft, don't be afraid to, when you're researching, when you get an aircraft, don't be afraid to spade it. So when I say spade it, if you can, might not be able to see it very well. So there's a little ace of spade right here next to my Phantom. It's because I've completely finished all of the mods in the aircraft, so it's completed. So by doing that, you get bonus research points, which then go towards obviously your vehicle that you're researching, and it is a very good way to kind of boost the research of a vehicle. So if you're, for example, researching the dive bomber, if you for example, mainly I would say mainly focus on spading every vehicle. I know people have done it for the entire tech tree, which, don't get me wrong, it would take phenomenally longer, but it's a much more effective way of grinding out a tech tree, because obviously you're, particularly for free to play, because you're getting extra research gained, as opposed to just getting a flat rate from the games. I mean, the only downside to that is the fact that obviously you will be spending a lot of silver lions. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. You'll be spending a lot of silver lions because you're obviously spending them to buy modifications for your aircraft, or aircrafts, should I say. Yeah, aside from that, that's pretty much it. I mean, obviously to take your time with the game, you will get there. I mean, it does sort of help. I would say another thing that does help is there a particular aircraft in the British tech tree that you're going for, particularly? Right, that's that launch code basically means I've got a missile lock at me, a missile launch on me, sorry. So I'm just gonna play it safe. There we go. Because I couldn't tell if it was an enemy or a friendly lock. Oops. Please stay locked, please stay locked, please stay locked. So I'll do Hayseeker instead. Oops. Oh, I've got an F-16. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that is a bit questionable with that Chinese aircraft, but here we go. But as I say, if you have any questions between now or whenever, just ask away. Either pop a question in chat or leave a comment on one of the streams when I finish, and then I'll try and get back to you at some point. I'll try and be as quick as I can with messaging. But yeah. Aside from that, that's it. The only other thing I can suggest is learn aircraft rolls. And that's about it, really. Actually, I think of it, is there a particular aircraft that you're after, that you're trying to research, or that you've got an aim for in War Thunder? I mean, I take it you possibly have with the British tech tree, but oh, that went well. Right, on that note, everybody. Oh, it's 5:30. Jesus. Right, on that little bombshell, I am going to head off. Have fun, everyone. Have fun enjoying the grind in War Thunder. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I will do what I can and answer what I can, hopefully. Just keep on going. You will get there, don't worry. I mean, it will take a while, but trust me, the payoff is 100% worth it. Always bear it in mind. And you two will get here. To take a nice steady approach. Rest assured, it will all happen eventually. See you later, everybody.